There's that button. Hey, Chrissy. How you doing? Hey, Ruby. Welcome on in. I just finished, the initial last post that I'm going live everywhere, and here we are, and let's see where we go. I don't know. And I'm tangled up with wires. It's going pretty good. Let's get the right screen on for me so I can see what you guys get to see. Yay. Lots of purple. It's going pretty good. I got things all over my desk, yada yada. But it's also going crazy and nutso, so who knows? I got everything I need. Get some more rockets. And carrots. How have things been for you, Ruby, Christy? Anybody else out there that I don't see names of? Ad starting in a minute and a half. Yay. Okay, let's put that up there. Get organized first, at least a little bit. Also gonna need torches, because nothing over there is lit up. Somewhere. There they are. Put that there. All right, now we're ready to go destroy a mountain hillside thing. I started a little bit. That big box over there is where the next build's going to be. Busy and out of trouble. I guess if you're trying to, it's better to succeed at trying than what fun is staying out of trouble unless it's big legal trouble. Legal trouble sucks. Yeah. That plateau there needs to finish going down almost to the beach line level, because that's where the main floor is. The rest of it's gotta be just smoothed out and fun stuff like that. All right, let's get rid of some of these things. He's got a backpack. He's over there now. Are you dead yet? Nope. How about now? There we go. The backpack mobs are a lot stronger and faster. Now there's Creeper. Let's go take care of him. 4, 5. This will be I'm calling Capitol buildings the big buildings in the middle of the areas. So I got Pagoda, Star Tower, the Dome, and then this one, and then Dr. Evil's area is just kind of its own little weird entity. This area is going to be the cottagey, Viking-y headhunters / monster hunter guild area of the conglomeration. I don't know. I found a hole. No one saw that. Definitely no one saw that happen twice. I blame it on the schematic. Blame it on Bob. Stream chicken. Efficiency is a great tool, or a great thing to have on your tools. Oh. So we're just going to start digging until we get down to where I can start terraforming. We still got a minute of ads left, so I'll just save my talking for then mostly. Down so I can see. Bob, shut up. I have not been getting along with Bob lately. He is up way too early. Welcome back from the ads, people that got ads and didn't have turbo subscribing and all that good stuff. We have a stream chicken outside, and he is on the protection list from, well, Mom and Dad. So he gets to stay alive. Speaking of things that should be food, I also got a roast in the pressure cooker thingy, so I may have to get up and check on it periodically because it needs to like do the pressure cook thing, then stay nice and warm until it starts falling apart, as all good meat does. Meanwhile, we're going to keep on digging here until we get down to where we start seeing floor type stuff in the schematic. And then we'll start terraforming the edges and see where we go from there. It's a bigger build than that, but not quite as complex. Just a little bit, not quite as much. It was almost a dome project, but it turned into something else, and so it's not a dome now. It's the Headhunter Vikings Monster Hunter tower thing. It's gonna have it has Viking-y, cottagey style vibes, so it can create more styles of things to add into here. Because things gotta matchy a little bit. We got zones for that. I am the HOA in my area. If the bill doesn't fit, it doesn't get to be here. Or we had to create a whole new area for it, and well, that's what we're kind of doing now, since it does have a taiga village. Way over there. So yeah, that was our sign of reference of, yeah, we'll stick somewhere. And we're gonna probably grassify the whole thing to make it woodsy or podzol. Probably grass it, then do podzol pathing. That could work pretty good. But right now, it's a whole lot of diggy. Yeah, they had pork butts on sale. I like pork butts, and I cannot lie. They do not have horseradish, though, which made me sad. Hey, Piggy. I'm not rich enough to have a beef roast. because apparently that's the Ferrari department of the meat section. So we're doing with what we got. It's still gonna be good. I forgot to get the broth to go in with it, so I just took a package of mushroom gravy mix, took a big white onion, and cut it in, see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 pieces or 8 chunks. Drop that in on top of it. I had to cut the tip of the roast off, butterfly it so it'd fit on top, then pour all the stuff on there. Then we just close, set it, and forget it. But we're going to try and remember it so we can check on it in about an hour when it should be to the point where it just needs to sit there and think about what it's going to do with itself. You know, fall apart, preferably. Then I save all the juices, and then I'll use that to, like, cook some more vegetables in. So that way you get tons of veggies instead of just the ones that were actually cooked with it. And then a bunch of meat. I usually end up making more veggies than there was meat in the beginning. So I make carrots and potatoes and onions and celery all cooked in the juices. Is delicious. It makes vegetables not so bad. Actually, I like vegetables. I just had to throw that in there before it got forgotten. Yeah, I think I saw that. I'm not a fan of all those songs, but they have their cute moments. I've actually seen the group perform that does. They were like an opener or something at one of at Dragon Con one year, so I got to catch part of it. It was entertaining. They opened up for Bloodhound Gang, which was a whole lot more entertaining. And then they had, I can't remember who it was. It was a great year for the concerts that they had there. And my last time probably going, because I'm not going back to Atlanta anytime, well, ever, if I can help it. What, eat? Okay. I'll eat. Okay, back to digging. Thing is, though, when you get the hunger slowdown, it goes at almost the perfect pace, and so I don't notice. So I actually have to slow down a little bit when I'm not hungry. Because this is a modded server, so we got, the create enchanting that gives me efficiency 6, swift sneak 4. After I played on here for the first few months, it took a lot to be able to go back to vanilla. It was hard. It still is. I like backpacks, magnets, and magic-y tools, and all the techie farms now. It's like, what did you do to me? I learned too much, and now it's all I know. Yeah, not a big fan of create as a whole, but the create enchanting is, well, it's awesome. It takes every enchant out there and ups it by 1 level. I mean, I like what create does. It's just the animations kind of give me a migraine and make me want to throw up. I can handle like 1 movement, like, you know, the standstill stuff is one thing moving, but then you get, hey, welcome back, Mythical. How's it going? Hey, it's thunder noising. Let's go take a nap so we don't get zapped. Hey, that rhymed. Welcome on in. Where was I digging? I was somewhere over here. We're just trying to cut this stuff down to the floor level there so we can make the groundwork to fit this thing in. There's also a few farms being AFK'd at right now, so this is the best thing I could possibly do, would be active on here and do stuff. So I'm sure this is helping with lag too by having all these particles flying around. At least I'm picking it all up. That's what's great about magnets. One thing in creative that I've started playing with, though, is I've started putting together ideas for the Hall of whatever we decide to call it. Legends, Fame, Intruders, I don't know. We could always do it a prison of, you know, trespassers that have like repeated offenses. I don't know. That'd just be totally different from Hall of Fame. Everybody can decorate their own prison cell, get their own villager in there with them to keep them company, because we all know that's where the villagers belong. And as you become a nice, well-behaved, you know, participant, that's a good word for it. The institution of fame. I don't know. I'm working on it. But I started thinking of ideas and getting some concept art to look at. And I think I found it's a picture of 3 different buildings that I might, I'll probably stream when I start designing it, just so I have content. I don't like to stream without a plan of something to do, at least. I know a lot of people can just get on there and they just chit chat, BS around, do whatever. I can't do that. Well, I need a plan to get me to push that go live button. Then everything goes out the window. But you know, I need it for the initial button press to go live. I'm working on I'm decent at chit chatting and just spitting out blah blah BS. But I like to have plans. They just don't always happen. And we'll be getting that bounty. Once you reach 100 bounties, then you get your spot in whatever we decide to call this Hall of something or Institution of Heroes. That could work. The Institution of Heroes. They got Stockholmed and put in a box. I want to do something fun. It's all got the same premise to it. I just want to find a fun, more different name. Maybe go totally reverse, like I said. Go with an institution, psych ward, prison. Everybody has to earn their way into the lockup. And then you get benefits as becoming a well-mannered inmate. I mean, who wouldn't want to earn their way into lockup? I'm also partially listening out for noises in the kitchen from, like, you know, timers and whatnot. So after food is done, we might turn music on. Currently, we're just going to listen to the blocks go ploppity ploppity plop. I also didn't know what I wanted to listen to, and I'm picky. But we're just going round and round and round. Because it's a little more fun than just going side to side, back and forth, back and forth. And in case you hadn't been here in a hot minute, since I got my new PC, all the OBS stuff, or all the mix-it-up stuff, which is the bounties, kind of got reset because I couldn't access that part of the old hard drive. But now, we has new PC. It's lots better. I went from a 2070 GPU to a 5060. And all the other processor things got faster too. Hey, Van, welcome on. There's a nice hodgepodge of people on here. A little bit of everybody from all over. Next week, like exactly 1 week from today, will be 6 months of the server being up. We only got 18 months left. Sounds like a long time until you got big plans of building, and then it's like, oh no, where did the time go? There's someone I talked to yesterday. I was like, oh, it's a 2-year server, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, do you realize that 6 months of that 2 years is gone? Like, what? I'm like, yeah. And you haven't started anything yet. Hey, Chris, welcome on. Getting that bounty in here. We're just digging a little bit because the hill was in my way. So I said, we're just going to pick you up and put you in our pocket. Oh, yeah, the time of the timing. That always does the timey-wimey stuff. It happens. I've been sitting here just hesitating, pushing the go live button for the past 2 hours while I got food started in the long-term cooker. And making, I may have kind of redone I wasn't happy with my hardcore world. I mean, nothing wrong with what I did, but it's just everything was already too easily accessible at the site. And so I'm probably going to restart it and add a couple mods just for some moddedness to it, you know. Simple little things like copper hoppers. I might add drawers, the simple drawers, then that's it. And touchable spawners and a way to get spawn eggs, because that entertains me. Making farms that, you know, you have to figure out because there aren't that many videos on how to make spawner farms. And backpacks, because, I mean, backpacks? I just had like 5 or 6 mods to it, and I'm going to make it an amplified world, start over from scratch. It'll have Blazing Caves hardcore in it, and we'll see what we can do. And the time, just in time for the other timing thing. So at 2 o'clock my time, which is in about 15 minutes, around that time, the server does a restart because it needs its little 30-second nap too. Right when everybody's getting on, because that's when it's like, hi, I'm going to restart now that everybody wants to be here. I thought was restart party. Might as well self promo on the server that I'm part of. Because, I mean, why not? And that way it gives them more of, oh, hey, someone's streaming. Let's not type this, that, and the other thing in chat because reasons. Ooh, permissions. I almost hit it. I mean, landed it. Cam is doing a good job at blocking. Is it blocked? Okay, hold on. Okay, I thought something was in the way of the camera. Never mind. 3 stream streak. Yay! Who's shooting at me? I don't care if you got gold jammies. Bye. That's rude. And it tickled a little too. Oh, that works too. Yeah. I forgot about that because I got mixed it up covering up that part of OBS and there's a lot of things that people say in chats that don't need to be on stream. I just keep forgetting that my camera's over it. It used to be on the right hand side where mythrender things is, but I don't know why I put it there. Oh, I think I put it on there because I was going to try a different game and that blocked like a major part of that game being on the right hand side. So, but that didn't happen. Or it just was a spur of the moment thing. Is like, let's just put you here now. Whatever works, right? Come on, or there we go. Back to normal fast rock. Yeah. And we'll pull a dune and dig to the last second. Oh, that's trees. Hard to see with the numbers and all that stuff sometimes. But I wanted to dig the top part out so it wouldn't give away too much of the design off stream because I want this to be a little bit of a surprise. I mean, it's from a build that I've done in creative and I did part of it on stream long time ago. A while back, like year and a half plus. No, we don't. I don't know why. I think there may have been a conflict with it in something, or they just. Well, it's also Mankey's community server. So he's like the streamer, then other people. It's not all streamers on here. And everybody's welcome to stream from here that wants to. We just don't have it. And this point in time, I think they just don't want to add it. And so many people forget about even using it or to look at it that everybody on here pretty much has good etiquette, because the chat's supposed to stay family friendly. It's more the details of what they're talking about that doesn't always want to be shared. That, and there's also a bunch of not streamers on here that technically you could say they bought their way on here, because everybody that streams that's on here can have a channel point redeem, which we have here. 20,000 points, and you too can be a renderling on mythrender and hang out with the cool kids. And me too. I mean, of course I'm one of the cool kids. I don't stream that much lately, so it's harder to get some points with me, but there's also some other people. May is someone that streams a good bit. I don't know if they have the redeem though, because it is up to the streamer whether they have the redeem or not. Some people don't want to have the redeem, which that's fine, because reasons. I mean, how long could it take to get 20,000 points? Especially since I took off all the sound redeems, so there's not a whole bunch of stuff to waste them on. Sorry, not sorry, but the blurb was always going nuts, whether it worked or not. And I don't do jump scares. And then the regular sounds, well, some of them were annoying. Yeah, in the town, right here, it's a ghost town. But over there is a different town, and it's got a whole bunch of different cool kids. See, I ate without being reminded that time. Now, on the server, there are a lot of amazing builders. I mean, it's Mankey's server. What do you expect? The best of the best of the best. Sir. Or something like that. So, I try put out some good stuff so that way it looks nice and pretty, or scary, or ominous, or sinister. Your choice of words, as long as it looks good, right? I don't think I built too bad. In fact, sometimes I actually feel like, like over there, the Dr. Evil area and my witch area is definitely that sinister vibes. Sinister, I got called, someone's called they didn't know, they couldn't think of the right word. They're like, your builds are just so, I was like, dark, dreary, evil. It's like sinister. I'm like, I like that. So that has been an adjective added to my vocabulary. Because it's not scary necessary. It just has potential to be surprising. with a dark vibe to it. Listen, armadillo, if you stop, if you just walk off somewhere else, I won't be taking your ground from you. Okay, I don't know what that emote is. I like it. Okay, that's why it looked familiar. I was like, I recognize that, but I didn't know what it was called. I should have 7 TV stuff on here. I just don't know how to make the emote. I don't know how to make emotes, and I don't know how to set up anything for, well, anything hardly. I know what I've been told in little snippets of, oh, you just do this, this, and this. I'm like, okay, cool. And I'll repeat that same thing to people that ask me how you do things. And then they'll come back for more help and be like, oh, I thought you knew how to do this. I was like, no, I'm just telling you what other people have told me. I haven't actually done it. Let's go around this way. Just for a little change of direction. Give the thumbs a little bit of training. Hey, there we go. I'll admit, I do like just chopping the ground out from underneath things. It does entertain me. And there's a whole lot more entertaining than digging out the obsidian of an end island. Especially in this world where some of them are made of obsidian and crying obsidian for the mountains on top. Because nullscape. Which way is my bed? It's up in the air. It's all the way over there. Ah, so close. Oh, yeah. Thousands of it. It just takes getting out there and the mining speed of it. 1 minute. Oh no, it's going to restart. Okay, we'll go back to going this way because I don't know. It's the way my hands decided they wanted to go. How much can we do in a minute? Let's go get that egg while we're right here. Let's clean up around here. Four, three, two, one. Ah, the end is nigh. There we go. Now we got to restart. How's everybody doing? It's free hydrate time. Yeah, there's mountains and islands made of that and dead coral. I don't go out there much, but yep, I give away free hydrates every once in a while. Y'all have been good. Or quiet, one of the two. Hi, I'm on. That's a nice little tag. Do. Let me in, please. I want to keep digging. Yay! That's a nice, friendly atmosphere on here. Now, if I actually see the ad break warning thing pop up, which I don't always, I will be getting up to walk around and stretch and check on things when that pops up. So then those without, or those that do get ads, won't miss as much of the fun. Or something like that. That and, things won't burn down, explode that aren't supposed to. And maybe my butt won't get as sore from sitting still that long. All right, you have a good lurk. Thanks for the lurk. Lurkers are loved. Now let's go around this side. Also might need to start doing some of the prep for materials because I know it's going to need a whole bunch of polished smooth stone. And it's better to start it now than later. Hey, Nordic Wolf, getting that bounty. Appreciate it. How you doing? Doing a little digging. The hill was in my way. So we gotta take it out. Then we gotta fix the parts that are on the edges so that everything is all copacetic. First, we gotta make these rocks go bye-bye. We just got about, I don't know, 25 layers to go. Well, this is a good place to chill because we got the block ploppity plop ASMR thing going on. Ancients raid. Welcome on in. Thanks for coming in with the Sands of Time. It's an ancient raid. Sharing the love. Thanks for coming in. I was lurking in there earlier while I was getting ready. I appreciate it. Thanks for coming in. And if anyone's not following Ancients, what you doing? Doing something. You're doing the wrongs. Fun streamer to watch. Always building stuff. Trying to wrap up their season on a server. I don't remember the name of the server. My brain just went kersplat. Let's see if we can go and go. Okay, I lost my cursor. I swear I'm not new at this. Yes, I am. That's not it. I don't remember how to do this. No. There it is. Hey, I did it. I did a shout out. It's been a while. Okay, forgive me. That's what mods are for. And I think Glue's asleep. Now let's get back to Diggy Digging. Welcome on in. No worries with Leaguer. Okay, the Leaguer server. Yeah, end of season. Finish the outer shell. The FK tower. Sweet. Always good to wrap up some projects before the server ends. That way, you know, you don't have to go back in and fix things if in your own copy. It all got done. And peace of mind. Ooh, food. I'm cooking food right now. I'm multitasking. So feel free to go eat. Eats the good foods, especially while it's still hot. And thanks for coming in. We appreciate it. And anybody else that came in with that raid, if you need to go get some food or a nap or some drinks or stretch or just whatever, you know, get up, move around a little bit. I'm not going anywhere for at least a few hours. I got to do a bunch of this building and or digging, so might as well have y'all around for it. Let's do this real quick. And take you out. And okay, you go there now. Might as well stay here. We got like 22 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. Now you have a snack. And we go back to digging. Elkhorn, welcome on in. Getting that bounty. At 100 bounties, you get into the hall of whatever we decide to name it when we get it built. We have not decided a name, a theme. I came up with a pic. I found a few pictures to use for inspo art for it. That's about all the progress we've made on it. Welcome in. We're just doing a little diggy to get the ground ready for the build that's going to be inside this little box here. It's a secret. Yeah, 2D to be. I was actually thinking of making it maybe an institution of some sort, like an insane asylum or, you know, something like that. Just be like, inmate so and so has reached level whatever. I don't know, something just totally different off the wall. We're going to go to the traditional Hall of Fame with all the glory and none of the straitjackets. The institution of I-O. Gotta think of a good letter for the third letter, and then I don't know. Well, it's a work in progress. Half the fun is thinking of the name. Then everybody just has to get in there. That also gives me something to babble about while I'm just sitting here mowing down blocks. And in case anyone's wondering, this is a very modded server, so my tool gets fixed from my backpack. This is like 355 point something levels that fixes it as we break it. Juggalo Marco, Juggalo Mark made me pay no. Raiding in with party 14. Welcome on in. How'd you find me? I don't recognize the name. We're playing Minecraft. What were you up to? And if you got raid and run, feel free. We know that life happens and you got to do some things sometimes. All the juggalos coming in. Get some. I'm just reading the name, not telling somebody, go get some. I don't know. Been following you. Not sure where I'm finding you from. Okay, that's cool. I'll take that. I get around a little bit. I lurk, well, kind of everywhere. Post little pictures here and there. Like, I posted that one a few places. Get some. Yep. I can recognize vowels and consonants sometimes and put them in the right pronunciation with the proper emphasis, but on the wrong syllable. I just love that joke. I don't know why. I was working on digging out my storage base on the server. Sweet. What server are you on? Just curious. And it gives you a free little promo of the server. This is your time to shine. Promo away. Tell all the people all the good stuff that you've been dying to spew out in everybody's chat, but you're too nice to do so unless asked. Family server? Okay, those are always cool. I don't have family that plays Minecraft, but you know, that would have been cool if I did. And my niece isn't old enough to play yet and isn't allowed to play video games yet. Not my child, not my rules. I kind of agree with them though. But welcome on in. I am Boacars. I play Minecraft, several types of Minecraft. I can't usually stick to my hardcore world because I get bored of them really easily before I even start getting anywhere. And I mainly play hardcore, creative, but if I'm playing survival and I'm allowed to die, that's when it's server time. I even do weird things to make my creative worlds hardcore because, well, I can. And it's kind of entertaining to see if I die and, quote, lose that world when you have creatives allowed. It entertains me sometimes. The 7 and 8, now they're bored. Okay, yeah. I totally get that. I've heard of such things happening. I don't have the offspring, so I got myself into it. Now I can't get out of it. This is my recovery game after playing World of Warcraft for way too long. And let's just put it this way: I was getting close to having 7 years of game time played in World of Warcraft, and I'm sure I probably surpassed it on here now. But that game was getting to be like a job. Like I literally was making money off it and selling accounts, and it was just time to quit. Then I found Minecraft after many of games in between, and I haven't stopped playing since. I got introduced to Bedrock. Then that lasted about 3-4 months, and I was like, there's no map system. And then I heard about Zero's maps, came over to Java, and I was like, okay, you now have a player for a very long time. Then I learned about the rest of the mods, and here I am. Been playing for about, I want to say, pushing 12 years. I'm old. I don't remember the versions at all because I didn't know what they meant for the first. I mean, it took me the first 3 years to figure out that there was a dragon. Because, I mean, I didn't have access to YouTube. I was just playing video games. I didn't see anybody else playing, so I didn't know there was a dragon. I figured out the Nether, but never found an end portal or anything because, there is no instructions. Yeah, same thing. It's like I tried to go back and like see what was going on when I started, and all I can do is guess approximately that, 'cause I started on PS2 and then went to 3 and 4. Never got a 5. And before the PS3 came out, I was on Java. And it's like, if there's an instruction book, like pre-internet, pre-Twitch, pre-YouTube, or if you just don't get on the internet, you don't know all these things. And it's like, wait, there's a dragon? And people are like, yeah, that's how you get wings to fly. You can fly? And they're like, you're joking, right? I'm like, no, I'm actually not. I didn't know any of these things. Like, yeah, I got on a server one day and was like, I did not know all these things. How did you learn all these things? Oh, we learned it from the internets. I'm like, well, I don't have interwebs hardly. I don't use it except for to play said games. So I got my eyes opened up really quick, got a crash course in that, and then it was just off to the races. Yeah, exactly. I mean, if I wanted to fly, I just went to creative mode, F3 or 4, boom, done. Bedrock on mobile. If you enjoy it, play it however you want. My brain just instantly goes to that sounds painful. because I also do Axiom. I use a controller to play Java. And the only reason I started using a mouse was for like Matica and Axiom. So that way, I could do all the fancy mouse control-y stuff that's needed. But to play, I use controller. Where was I digging at? Because I still had more to go. I think I did. Oh well. We're digging here now. That's true. I recently went through a breakup with my Alienware laptop. We were together for right at around 5 years, and they passed on me without warning. And so I busted out. We'll just call it. I had a booty call with my PlayStation and brought Minecraft back. I am also very glad that it was a short-term fling. I like that analogy. That entertained me and made me laugh. Yeah, how MC. Okay, Pixel Rips mentioned on occasion that there's a guy who is new to MC doing an unspoiled Let's Play, and it's interesting to see what stuff is signposted. If you got the name of who's doing that stream, I would love to watch it and just sit back and because looking back, I can see some of the things like the wither. There's the painting of the wither with the heads, but you have to get so deep into the game to get there. But if you can either DM me their page or link or something, I would love to follow them and watch them. That would normally it's painful to watch someone that knows about all the stuff and just do things wrong. But when it's someone doing an unspoiled play and no spoilers, just watching them learn from what he can find in the game, that would be awesome to watch. I mean, that's like you get to see the actual pure excitement of, oh, hey, this is in this game. Not just this is in Minecraft, but this is in this game. Or I didn't know Minecraft had that, but that's totally fresh. All right, I appreciate it. That'd be really cool to watch. That kind of makes me happy that someone's doing something like that. That'd be totally different than, the normal pain of, okay, we know we've told you how to do this before, and yet you're still doing it wrong. Or it doesn't work that way, and you've tried it 100 times, but you've seen it done and you know about the whole thing. That's just where, that's different from they're not going out and seeking the knowledge. They're trying to figure out the entire game themselves, which I admit I used to do that in console games that were like puzzly type games and not look up how to do things because I didn't want to spoil the game and try and figure it out. That was miserable. I research things now. I like to do things the right way. There's another ad going on. I'm going to dig myself in here and I'm going to check on foods just for a minute. So I will be right back. And if you can't hear me, you're in ads, and I'll be back before they're over, hopefully. And And welcome back and welcome in Glow 6. Just had to check on some food cooking. Clicked the wrong buttons. That button, that button, that button. Over there. Now, back to digging. Just a little bit of digging to do. Don't mind me. Haha! Jump scare. Hey, listen, hey, May. Welcome on in. I jump scare you. You don't jump scare me. But good news, pressure cooker didn't blow up the kitchen. I think I would have heard that, but in case I didn't, I went and looked just to make sure. And it also sealed, and so it's done with the pressure cook part. Now it just has to sit and wait. Meanwhile, we're going to break a bunch of blocks. I'm sorry, a terrible night. Was it a terrible night of sleep or a terrible night of activity? Either way sucks. This one sucks more than the other one a little bit. Both. I guess one will cause the other. If it's a bad time, and then that can make sleep suck. So, I'm sorry. But today is a new day. At least that's what they tell me. Oh, yeah, there's a witch somewhere underneath me. I want to see something. We'll just go over here. I want to see something. Nope, it's not in it. Okay. I saw the thing I need to see. I also got me a Mountain Dew because I remember to check on food, so therefore I deserve a treat. And I've only got one 12-pack left of them until I am trying not to buy more. Octogen coming in, getting those bounties. Welcome on in. We're digging so that way we can build something because the hill was in my way. Where's my bed? And we have to have a shoot off a firework before we go to bed, of course. Always got to do that. I think we'll turn off the numbers for a little bit because we know it's not lit up. And they're just kind of annoying. Diggy, diggy. We're also talking about what we should name our institution of something. I'm thinking about going with, instead of Hall of Fame, we're gonna have a mental institution of chatters. Because I mean, I'm a chatter in all the other streams and stuff, so I think it could be entertaining. Who doesn't like a nice, cozy, warm straitjacket? And you can get your, emotional support animal and decorate your room, quarters, chambers. I just don't know what we can come up with for the abbreviation. The institution of something, or, because the abbreviation has to kind of be catchy too. I may just be putting too much thought into it, but I mean, we're not building it yet, even though I got some ideas running around my noodle noggin. So once we do, on Pinterest, I found this thing that's got 3 or 4 different builds on it, and I want to kind of try and take some pieces from each one, or drawings on it. They're not builds, but each one has a little bit I want to take from each other and mesh them into one big building. And so it's nice that they're all in the same picture, that I don't need to look at 3 different things. Yeah, I don't know what the acronym would be either. That's what it's a work in, I would say, in the front or back of my brain, but it's kind of off to the side, but near the middle. We could do it HAI, High, the Hall of Acquired Inmates. That could be entertaining. That has potential. I just acquired all these inmates, and they're getting better. They're not dead yet. I mean, it has the potential of being hilarity. And it says hi, HAI. So, I mean, it's got potential. I'm not that deep in the medical field, but I can see how that would give you a little twitch. And it's on Twitch, so it's just kind of like a little bit of free extra entertainment of wordplay there. It's making me smile for some reason. I don't know why. I mean, I just want to make sure it's something that's not anybody else's and doesn't have another meaning that would be misconstrued. I mean, that one at least is like, still hospital related. Just mental. Well, it's a mental hospital. It could be an acquired infection from there too. It's meant to be a mental institution versus, a hall of. It's a nice name for a straitjacket facility. because everybody's getting a white leather chest plate. That's going to happen because that will make me smile. I don't know why. Yeah, I do. Because mental health is a very serious thing that most people don't take seriously enough. But it's also kind of fun to joke about how crazy we can be because we're all a little nuts. You just don't want to be a whole lot nuts. I put a lot of more thought than is needed in a lot of these little things, but that's what makes it fun. And my But we're building the basically Beast Hunter's Lodge. That'll be the central main building in the area for more of a Viking-esque bar group of people. So that way I can build more cottagey type stuff instead of the witchy, the Asian, or the sci-fi stuff. So it gives me places for variety. And if you don't know the lore of my area, guess what? Story time. My area on this, the lore of the server is basically there are 4 queens that rule that rule the world and are in charge and all that stuff. And there's magic, there's all kinds of stuff because, well, it's a Mankey product. And so we have the 4 queens, there's magic, they're trying to keep the world, they're just trying to keep it running. And, sometimes royalty has been known to hire mercenaries just to help them keep things going in line. My tribe of peoples are that band of mercenaries that not all the queens get along, but whichever one pays me is the one that, I choose to support in that moment. And so the origination of this group of barbarians goes even deeper and even crazier. Because we all know that humanity in all the sci-fi and fantasy movies goes through stages. In those stages, it usually has a start over point where the smartest people are the last ones standing, and they usually overlap with the barbarians that are the strongest ones. And so they'll wipe out the smart ones to take the shiny doodads. That is pretty good, though. So this one tribe of slightly more intelligent barbarians, whatever you want to call them, tribe was going around and they found this other, group of really high technology smart people from the previous generation, kind of different tribe group roaming around. Well, the smart ones were like, hey, we got food, we got people to help you, we got technology that can help you, win, defeat your enemies and all that. And so in exchange for protection from everybody else in the world, they would teach the barbarian people of that generation tribe all the technology that they possibly can, help them in all the technological ways in exchange for protection from the people that they all know is stronger than them, because they're the generation that you see in the post-dystopian whatever era. So you got the smartest of the smart, the strongest of the strong come together to form one giant tribe with a whole bunch of mediocre middles and stuff, and that's what my tribe city area is a group of mercs that work for the highest bidder and got lots of technology fast and lots of strength added in fast because, take the best of both worlds, and they'll probably be shorter lived than a lot of the other ones that have to work their way slowly through the learning process. But, that's future generation's problem. This generation is just going to, live it up and, well, do whatever they want. We have alliances with other nations. We have, all kinds of neat stuff. Ah! Timmy! No. Oh, we got that on. Stand still. I'm really not good at this. Getting attacked from all over the place is rude. There. Plus my button wasn't pressing where I wanted it to. There's a spring loose in my controller. Every once in a while it pops out and then it'll find its way back in later. That is... Okay, we get it, you're on fire. I don't think my controller likes me holding the button down for an hour straight. But that's the basic gist of the lore of my land. I've been using the same story-ish thing for quite a few years. Whether it be I'm a member of it and I was separated into a new world, and so I was one of the people that had all the tech memorized but came from the stronger generation, and I just learned fast, and now suddenly I'm alone in the strange new world to, leading a tribe, all kinds of stuff. I stick with the mercenary thing. It gives lots of story possibilities. Controller, my pointer finger, because that's the button that's messing up. That's the button that every once in a while it has like a loose noise, like little pieces of the button is not where it's supposed to be. And then it goes back into place. I need to take it apart and see if I can fix it, but it's still working right now, so I'm not going to do that. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Yeah, my thumbs are just on the joypad parts, so they don't stay in the same position. I'm constantly moving with those. It's the trigger finger that is locked onto the button and just holds it while I run around in circles. I would say, I'm sorry, Armadillo, but I'm not. It's funny. Yay! Next level. Down. We are the monsters under the bed. Now we're not. And packed mud is probably my favorite block to break. Especially a whole bunch of them. I missed a block. I would say great shot, but did you hit it? Did you manage to not shoot yourself with that shot? I have my doubts. Oh, my nose is itching. Yeah, that sounds like one of those. Let's just shoot it somewhere, see where it lands. Ow, my foot. Let's go ahead and chop that one down too while it's at height. That can be reached. Oops. There we go. Pig, why do you insist on going that way? I insist on cutting the ground out from underneath you. I think he did one of those. Let's just shoot straight up. Oh, it's gone. Right into the foot. If you're lucky. It's almost nap time again. Okay, it is nap time again. There it is. I knew where my bed was. Excuse me. I love that sound. It sounds like a suppressed SKS. Oh, calm down, zombies. I'll let y'all out in a little bit. No, Peg, you can't walk on this. I'm tearing it away. I don't know. Because it's repetitive and it's not loud. It's just, well, the volume's controllable. You know, it's just that, and it's mind numbing, and eventually you start falling asleep. But going, huh? I just don't want it to cross over into boring. Because, you know, mining can be very boring. BORE. Like a drill. I am not funny. Okay, I thought it was funny. Hey, Doc's back. That's right. I am very punny. There we go. Half this level done. Wee. It's more fun when there's a hole to dig around. That's a big hole. No. Hey, I'm letting you live, right? Okay? No climbing on stuff. Oh, yeah, that means we're going to be chopping through a whole bunch of dingling blocks. Ding, ding, a ding, 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 a ding, 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 a ding. All skill. First try. And it's funny how someone that likes cows so much that's so popular in the community can have an influence over other people paying attention to the cows in Minecraft. Sometimes the attention isn't as nice as not killing them. It's like, I hope she doesn't see this cow machine. That's definitely a spot, not a cow cruncher. Other times it's, see, I left the cow alone. Aren't I good? Yeah, it's not usually the second one. Zoom, zoom, do, 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 do. Who picked this area to build in? Oh. That'd be me. We left a lot of blocks on the server sitting around waiting for them to despawn. And created lots of lag. Or we blew them up with TNT. Now we keep chests full of them that cause less lag than leave them sitting around that have literally millions of stone sitting in a box. I can survive just fine without a magnet. You just don't have the materials at the end of it because you just quit caring about them and then just leave them to sit there and despawn. Now, is it my preference to do this without a magnet? Hell no. You know, I realize exactly how much I'm collecting as we go. But when you start looking at the size of your schematics and stuff and be like, okay, that size area is, that many thousands, hundreds, millions of blocks. Like inside this box is, I think it was like right around 11 million blocks fit inside this box, the whole capacity. So a bottom quarter of it is going to be, like 2 or about 3.5, 4. Then some air gaps in it, drop down to say 3. Then some slope to that inside the middle of it. So all this together is probably about, right around 2 million blocks that I'm digging out. It's called rounding up and down and estimating. That was extremely important for some reason in the math classes and stuff when I was growing up. I don't know why estimating and rounding down or rounding up was so important, but it pays off later. And lower you down. We'll even put you down a level. And we'll clear out around it for about 30 seconds. Take a nap. Then we can go off to clear out some more and more and more. Or someone can somehow beat me to it, because it wasn't time yet. I don't know. Down. Now let's go this way. Get used to having self chest flow, same thing. Then you get a draw with upgrades. Drawer with upgrades. And I'll see, the drawer tells you how many in exact numbers, so you're not even estimating anymore. So that should tell you easier. Or it's just my brain. I don't know. I look at numbers and I like math, so I pay attention to everything numbery. I may not understand it, but I still pay attention to it until I figure it out. Because I like to know exactly how much I have of things. That way, it's like, oh, I got tons of this. I don't need to worry about that. But I do not have tons of this, so let's actually stick around and keep a bunch of that, or dig that spot out, because, well, I don't have a bunch of that. Let's go for a lap around the perimeter. Then we'll come back up the middle, and then we'll keep digging the sides. It just makes us a little change of scenery, of direction, or something. It fools the brain into thinking we're doing more than we are. Well, that just goes back to fractions. With the bigger the number is, the smaller. Like for the bottom of the number of the fraction, the bigger the number is, the smaller the individual piece is. Like 1/32 is tiny compared to 1/4. Hey, there's a raid that came in while I wasn't paying attention. I mean, I'm on top. Amesy coming in. Welcome in, Raiders. There's a ad starting in 3 minutes, so just a forewarning that yeah, that's happening. Welcome on in. How was stream? How did it go? I was watching most of the morning. You've already gotten past where I usually get to in Zero Dawn Western chapter of the game. If anybody has to raid and run, feel free to do so. If not, feel free to stay, hang around. We're just digging a bunch of dirt up and stone up because we need to get this thing down to the shoreline. Welcome in, everyone. Yeah, dirt, stone, and yay, modded. Because our tools fix themselves with the XP thing on the backpack. And we have efficiency, oh my god, 6. But I am Cars. I am on mythrender's SMP, Mankey's community SMP, and I'm just working around, starting a new build area. My lore is there are a bunch of mercenaries, yada yada. Caveman protects scientist dudes, and so they grew up big and strong and smart, and now they are a bunch of mercenaries that are out for hire for all the queens. Well, that was 10 hours. I missed something, but that's not new. Welcome on in. Our Discord and Linktree stuff is down there. If you want to find out more about me and see some of my stuff I've done, which I just finally set up the Linktree thing like a week or so ago. So we have a Discord that's been around forever and a day. It's a little dusty in there, but hey, I don't use it that much either, honestly. But yeah, I'm a streamer. I stream Minecraft. I go around and hop around everywhere else when I'm not streaming. And sometimes I stream myself. So that's about it. But I recognize a whole bunch of names that were in there. You know who you are. If you don't, then I don't know. I thought I had something funny to say there, but I didn't. I try and make jokes a lot, but they don't always work out or happen. We have critters here playing on the rocks, so I chop them out from on top of us. It's all the people's in here now. It's a party, and all we're doing is digging blocks. Oh well, that was the plan for today, so that's what we're gonna stick with. But we're doing it in a fun way. We're making sure we chop the blocks out from underneath the animals that are trying to stay on top of them because I don't know, it's entertaining. So welcome on in. Get you a stretch and walk around if you need it. We just had one not too long ago, I think. I don't know. I don't pay attention to anything. But this is going to be, I've got a sci-fi-ish area over there. Then we got an Asian area started over there. I just don't know if I'm going to go Asian village or if I'm going to go cyber techy city type thing. I think I'm probably going to go older Asian village now that I think about it. Then we have way over there my starter. Let's eat some carrots and I'll fly over there and we'll do a little flyabouts. And okay, so we got this is kind of like the center of everything. This is where everyone goes to get their guardian angel and commune with them. And then they started having, since it was such a nice big area in here, they started having combat duels and stuff to settle disputes and all that. Because, I mean, who wouldn't want to have a nice little fight in here? It's nice and roomy. It's still a work in progress, too. I just can't stay on one project because I don't know. It's got a hallway that eventually these are like, if I didn't put on a server that had easy villagers, I would probably do this as my villager hall around the outside of it. And this is the Dr. Evil area. Ignore this schematic that hasn't been built yet because I don't know where I want to put it there for sure. We got an airship dock that we haven't built airships yet because we needed the dock. And then this is Dr. Evil's area. Let me fly out a little bit. I babble fast. And it needs inside guts to everything because, you know, who does interiors anyways? There's the pagoda area over here. We're going to show you the tunnel on the way back because I like my tunnel in the nether. We got little pathway gardens that, again, work in progress because if I ever finish anything, I run out of stuff to do. So these will have like some kind of greenery and shrubs and water and stuff in them. Yeah, that sounds fancy and technical enough. Then we can go under here. This is where my starter base really was. And it was just a little hole in the ground. And then we have our mine shaft that goes down into all kinds of Terralith disaster. Because, I mean, Terralith. So this is my nether tunnel here. It connects to the main hub that's east and west out there. That tunnel is massive and goes to the world edge on, I think, all four sides. But anybody that knows modded, this is a Fluix cable. It transports important things like us. So on little side things, I just made them into portals for the different areas that were actually far enough away to not cross-link. This goes to Dr. Evil's area. This goes to Monstar Island with a star tower. And if I ever build out further that way, I'll take that wall down and just continue the tunnel. This is my base. This is the inside of the tower. This is my first mob farm before I learned how apothic spawners work. It doesn't need the up and over thing, but that makes the portal. And so, yeah. We got cats. We got mini-me. There's Enderman. I got pet Enderman. Because why not? We got all this techie doodads and who's what's and who knows what's doing what. I barely know what it does, and I built all this stuff. Then we got the MI room. Headaches are born here. Then we got the other mob spawner rooms. You know, that way we can get, you know, blazes in there. We can do, like I do, slimes and guardians in there. We do the shulkers and gas in there. And then this is just stick whatever you want in there. What is it? Get unstuck. Then we got a concrete farm over here. I love this thing. It's like a popcorn machine with all the colors. I just realized that an ad break was finishing. I babbled through all that and nobody heard me. Okay, not many people heard me. We got villagers down here. You gotta have villagers, but this way they're all contained. And they thought I didn't give them room with mine carts. Ha! Now you're in a box. Yay! Fatty McDaddy heard. Down here is one of the two big vanilla farms. I got this from Deep. It is the moss shower. I love this farm. It entertains me. You just stand here. It goes. And when you've gotten enough moss, you just step out and it closes the gate behind you. And so I just needed a moss farm, and well, so I was like, hey D, can I borrow that? Like, sure, here you go. I said, thank you. The other one is the sugarcane farm. Just a lawnmower field style thing. But we don't need the mine carts because we use modular routers, and that just picks the stuff up. And it misses like that middle row, and that's about it. I can go here and just pick all that up. Go do. Thanks to magnets. Kate Calamity rating with a viewer count of 8. How are you doing, Kate Calamity? Welcome on in. It's Party Town Central or something in here, and I don't know where you came from. You shouldn't be in there. We're just doing a little tour to, it's not France. Here's the cactus farm. Welcome on in. How is stream? If anybody's got a raid and run, feel free to do so. I can't make you stay here, but if you want to, take a seat, have fun. We're just going to be doing a lot of digging. This is where I'm working on the villagers thing for all the different biomes of villagers for Blazing Caves, because we have that on here, and I am currently, as far as I know, still in the lead with 928 points. But it's not a contest. Yes, it is. Otherwise, we wouldn't have a score. Power World. I haven't seen that in a hot minute. Okay, we'll get the IRL stuff done. We might still be here when you might get back. We might not. I don't know. I don't know what my plans are. See, no insides. I really need help with interiors. So anybody want to help me with interiors? I literally have probably 500 schematics that need them. The outside, though, is fabulous. So there's the witchy party house. It needs a hot tub or something. It's got like a little room inside. It's one of those puffballs you find from the trees. Then we got a beekeeper's house. It needs the bees inside to be kept. They're not there yet. There's my dragon. That's Sexy Ninja's house over there. There's my star tower. That's the headhunter / taxidermist. I left some heads on the walls and the table stonecutter saw thing right next to them, and so thus began Minecraft taxidermy. This is another witchy house. It's the, I don't know what to call it. It's got enough room for everybody though. It's even got like a little side hut for it. I like doing tours. They entertain me, but sometimes I go on and on about some things, and then sometimes I just skip right on past other things. So this is a cottagey cabin that was going to be in the woods, but it didn't end up going to that place. So I built it here because I wanted to have it somewhere. I think it needs another one of those window things down lower. I haven't decided yet. This has, if I get through the door here, a design of spiral staircase. I have memorized now. that I've been told doesn't make viewers nauseous, but my camera control right now might. It's a very simple design. You go out, over. First, you just go one slab all the way around the thing. Then you make it the straight ones out too. Then you just fill in the gaps that you need till it reaches the wall, and then you're done. I've done one of those all the way from ground level down to bedrock, and it wasn't terrible. It wasn't the most fun in the world, but it wasn't terrible. It just made getting down there really slow instead of just a drop Vader. Then we have one more building over here. This is the water wheel house. This was fun. I made this on the bakery like probably a year ago. Finally found a home for it. And I was waiting for, since there's create on here, I was waiting for someone to be like, well, why don't you just use a create water wheel so it actually turns? It's like, because I don't want it to turn. I want it to stay still, like it's run down and broken. That and create moving things. Ugh. Migraine, nausea. It's got air ventilation. It's got seaside something. We even got a sunken ship off the shore just for decoration that was already there when we got here. There's lots of people all over the place on here. I use a few waypoints. A lot. No peeking. Okay, now we're past the schematic. Now we go back to digging. But thank you for the raids, and if you're not following and would like to keep up with the things that I do and when I go live and all kinds of other stuff, hit that follow button. It's free. And we got Discord and Linktree stuff down there. If you just scroll down to the About Me section, that way you can go back and see the old videos that well, let's see. It was about 2 years ago I learned how to export a video to YouTube. So that's when those ones started. Now, do I remember to do it every time? No, of course not. So most of them should be there. I am not quite used to putting things on. What's that? The Instagram. Yeah, I haven't started doing that yet, but I think the link's in there. I mostly just follow other people on there and say hi. Kind of like me being on Twitch. I mostly go around to everybody else's stream and say, hello there. How you doing? Sometimes I get on here myself, though. And I have fun doing it. Sorry. But you're in my way. And around we go, because why not? And thanks for the shout out, Glow. I appreciate it. It's got a timer and all that stuff on it, so you know. That's not my doing. I don't know how to set up a command to make one of those things. I really don't. And I'm too lazy to figure it out. One of these days I might. There's also no sounds right now other than a couple things that should have. Actually, there are no sounds right now. Probably why I didn't hear the raids come in. I just saw a whole bunch of greens flash by. Which if you stream, you know, you know. And so I'm actually trying to pay attention to things in chat because I can't hear alerts or anything, and I don't know why it's not working. I probably need to redo the thingy to the HTML, but that is not a today thing. Well, not during stream, because I don't want to. Guess whose stream it is? Mine! So it's not going to happen anytime soon. I'm also weird and just babble on about random stuff. We are family friendly adjacent. We are adjacent to a friendly family somewhere. But, you know, word slip. We're all guilty of it. It happens. We don't point fingers or anything like that. Unless it's funny. Then we laugh. Yeah, but I still have to type it in. And that's the hard part. Because I've got a link on how to do it. And it's also, and if it doesn't work first try, because I'm not going to go into all that right now. I've tried to do it and it didn't work. But if you can get into my mix it up, go for it. There's an aardvark Gadillo thing. Or we can fiddle with that sometime when we're just chatting outside of stream and figure that out. But we're currently digging out the hill that was in the way of building a nice little tower cabiny thing with some dragon skulls and things from going monster hunting and stuff like that. I think I got the idea when I was playing a little bit of the second Monster Hunter World game, mixed with a little bit of the Big Blue Viking guys from World of Warcraft. So combine those two together, and that's probably where most of the ideas came from. Almost. That's like it was almost dark earlier. Now it is dark. Or you almost survived it, but not quite. Did we learn from what killed us? That's the important question. What did we learn? Don't let creepers spawn. Treat. Well, here's an idea. What you can do, I just don't usually like to go through this much trouble for it, is if you're doing the day one iron farm, do step one which is path the whole entire area that you need to path anyways, put a fence around that, and then build it afterwards so nothing can get in. Just an idea. I'm usually too lazy to do that, and so I just end up usually pathing it last, and then I usually end up forgetting to path underneath or inside the iron farm, and then a zombie spawns in there, and then you have to do it all over again anyways. So, it makes sense to do it that way. But there's also a mini map in the top right there that has little yellow and red dots on there. And if you see little yellow dots, that means, see them anywhere, then that means you should look at it and be like, okay, where are the yellow dots? Those things are going to try and kill me. If they start moving, you need to take action. And if it's dark out, then you need to be extremely careful. And after you wake up from it being dark, they're going to try and follow you because they're still sitting around going, hey, he was here a minute ago. Let's just wait for him. And then they'll get you that way. So, yeah. If you make it so they can't get you and they can't spawn, then it's a lot easier. Granted, that's in an ideal situation. If for some reason none of that can be done, then, well, you're screwed. Then there's that part of your brain that says, oh, I'll be fine. It'll just be a minute. Well, how many times have you streamed for 4 hours and thought it was 1 or 2? Yeah, that minute is instantly an hour and you're dead. Or in danger. Or on a new hardcore world suddenly. Yeah, the villagers aren't going to give you a warning. Other than they get extra quiet, actually. Are we there yet? I want to start building. Yeah, they are. Just pretend everything is trying to kill you and you'll be fine. Because everything is trying to kill you. And it's not pretend. Hey, there's a tree that needs to get chopped down. Hey, we only got like 20 layers to go. Yay, progress. Or something like that. I mean, we're not going all the way down to sea level, just right one layer above it. Maybe two. Hey, we've already gone through, what, 3 layers? And, okay, so about a layer an hour. Plus a little bit. A little bit over a layer an hour. That's terrible. We're getting there. Hey, Astra. How's it going? Welcome in. We're just lowering the ground. Couple blocks. Okay, about 20 from where we're at. Yay, home renovations. Well, we're doing demo here. So maybe make you feel, I would say right at home, but you're not there. So I don't know if I can help any. We can entertain you a little bit or make you hear blocks break in your sleep. I don't know. We can give you something to do. But hotels are nice. I hope at least it's a nice hotel. At least I hope it's not a bad one. Bad hotels suck. But welcome in. I'm honored you chose us to be stuck with you. Oh, not dysfunctional and bad food. I'm sorry. Then you don't want to hear about what I'm cooking. right now as we speak. It's a slow roast. So one of these breaks that I go on eventually in the next hour or two will be longer than planned, because I'm going to have to take said roast out of said pressure cooker and stop it from turning into a soup from just fall apart. So we don't want pate or meat spread. We want, just nice, tender, fall apart meat. Now I'm hungry. There's no chair. The fridge is missing a leg. The fan can't tell the temp either. So is there two? Oh my God, that sounds horrible. At least there's a roof over your head. I hope there's a roof and a bed. If there's no roof and no bed, you need to go somewhere else. Yay! Another level done. Because I think we start right at either 89 or 88. So that's like 3 or 4 levels ish. Yeah, there's always the fun. But wait, there's more. Like, no, I want it done. I've had cars like that. Only usually I was the one doing the work on it. I did not want to be doing the work on it. But one of my old automotive tech jobs that I was at, none of us drove cars that were like, really nice, because, we were mechanics. We couldn't afford that. And so we sometimes would trade jobs with each other. So I'll work on your car, you work on my car. And, whoever's took more work, they'd end up on top with, like, getting lunch or something bought for them. And then it's just not working on your car. It's, someone else working on your car, and you're working on somebody else's car. It made it a little less sucky. But then you also had to trust your coworkers to do something like that too. And that's why me and a couple other people did that. Not everyone. Yay, tire fixed. Guess that means you're stuck helping mom and dad this weekend then, huh? Eyeballs went fuzzy. I was blinking, it just wasn't doing much. Okay, let's see some carrots. All right, let's take some of this stuff, slower stuff out, like that. But just to let everyone out there know, this mod pack for this server is available on CurseForge, mythrenders. Then you can play at home, or you can save up your points and then play here. It is 20,000 points to get whitelisted, to apply for the whitelisting for mythrender. I know I sound enthusiastic because I'll get out. I get it. It's a great server. My brain is just a little numb because digging. I am going to get up and take a stretch break here after I finish the little short nap. And let's go. Boom. And we'll put a little safety block over my head. We're going to take about a, I don't know, 5-minute break. Just get up, stretch, and I might grab something to eat. So it might take 7. So I will be back shortly. I don't know, stretch, get a snack. I'll be back in a minute or a few. As soon as I find the There's a button. And welcome back. Or I'm welcome. I don't know. Let me out. Let me out. We'll start here. Dr. Jankovic, welcome on in. How dare? Welcome on in. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. We won't tell anybody. Hi. We just had a little snack stretch break. I had a piece of chicken and a cookie. Checked on the pork roast. It's halfway there. So we just kind of had to keep going for a couple more hours so that way I can end stream and then go right into eating. So welcome on in. We are just digging down. We're flattening a little hill that was in my way for my little building that fits in this box. It's round, so the corners aren't filled up. So we have that going for us. Other than that, we're just chilling and digging and chilling and chatting and babbling, and you know how it goes. If anybody's not following Dr. Jankovic, I don't remember how to say it because I've heard it and said it every different way possible. What are you doing? Click on them and give them a little follow. They're fun to watch. Good bot. I don't know what Sari did, but good bot. No problem. This is I'm calling them like little town halls. Well, not wrong button. Okay, let's zoom in here. Brain. There we go. And we'll go here. I'm safe-ish here. We got FTB on here. It's a server, so we have claims, so ignore the yellow stuff. This is, the Asian area. This is the witchy area. This is the sci-fi-ish area. This is going to be the cottagey Viking-ish area. And there's my dragon. And this is the I don't know what I'm doing with it yet area because, well, I don't know what I'm doing with it yet. But this is mythrender. As far as I've been around out, this is Mankey's area. Zoom in and snoop on him a little bit. Christmas area is up over here. This is Feeny Patini's area. And then Glow's area is up here. And lots of people all over, all the little colorful dots and places and stuff. And then we got that, and then all the way out there. And there's people all over this place. Yeah, it's a nice little spot. This is a server that, I thought I played modded before and just didn't use techie mods. I learned how much of a difference techie mods make to modded, and it is majorly game changing. Hence the reason that we're digging this without fixing our tools repeatedly and very often. And it has been a blast being on here for the first modded season. Because, it's been Hawker's Craft for years with minimal mods in comparison. Now it's lots of mods but chosen to be like it's a very good intro to a lot of different mods. Is it nap time again already? There's my bed. Need a bedtime rocket every time. You sleep better after a bedtime rocket. I think the little buggerhead was stuck in that hole. Oh well. Curious how much junk we got in here now. We got a whole bunch of stuff. Almost 100,000 stone block. That's just from this trip. Excuse me. Mountain Dew says hi. One thing beneficial this has done for my building is it's kept them more in proximity of each other. Because on a server, you can't really just go out and build everywhere. And so, well, you can, but it's just kind of annoying. So I've actually combined a bunch of my stuff to actually be cities versus, oh, way over here, we got a pyramid. Way thousands of more blocks over here, we got, a dome build. Then we got another dome build way over here, and then you never build anything around them to connect them or anything. So that has been something completely different from my normal. I used to find a spot, build something there, and then leave it there. And then sometimes forget where it was. I mean, no one's ever forgotten where they put a build until they come across it one day and go, oh, that's where that went. Just saying. Let's wipe out this chunk. And there we go. That doesn't look too big. How big is it? Oh, we'll get this chunk out of the way too. Yay, I'm on the PC now. I'm a big kid now, or something like that. Yeah, Myth is a great all-around server. Because not everybody's building with all the mods and stuff. And look who there is now. There's the glow sticks. We'll even say hi there because hi, we're funny like that. Meow. Tinkle, tinkle, little star. That's the most annoying sound block in the game. I don't think, I don't know. I just not gonna think. I was thinking something and it wasn't going according to thought process, so I was like, wait, I don't know anymore. Oh, let's see some carrots. Okay, I did clear out that, and then we're back over here. It just looked like I somehow jumped over here without even paying attention. I mean, of course I pay attention to what I'm doing. Yeah, right. Welcome to autopilot. Ad break starting soon. Warning, warning, danger, danger. Really bad commercials. Let's gonna take that out too. Because why not? Hey, Voop Voop. Yeah, same to you, buddy. It's nap time already. I don't wanna. But I don't want things to be roaming around trying to hit me either. And welcome back from ads, those who got ads and stuck in the abyss of commercialism. I don't know. Sounded better in my head, but it works. Guess what we did while you were gone? We dug more rock. Surprise! You didn't miss much. Now you're back. It's all better. I think we're making some progress. And you got your bounty. Good job. This weather going up and down here is bringing the pollen out. I don't like it. I complain about weather no matter what it is. If it's not too hot or too cold, it's too much pollen or too much leaf mold, too windy. I've yet to say it's too rainy until it's been raining for like, a week or 3. Oh, we're the bounty hunters in here. But, they're also the best paper towel. You can go to any tattoo convention, at least in the United States. They will have bounty paper towels there. And thousands of them. If that's not a good endorsement for a paper towel company, I don't know what is. Not only is it good for the kitchen, laundry room, and other parts of the house, it's also the best paper towel for tattooing. Because you don't want that ink getting anywhere it's not supposed to. Or the blood, which that happens as part of tattooing. But seriously, that ink is meant to last forever. You don't want it going anywhere it's not supposed to. Hey, there's a monkey. Yeah. But tattooing is so much fun. Giving and receiving. You know what they say, it's always better to give than to receive. I think I misspelled that, but nope, I spelled it right ish. Hey, another layer down. I used to do, I wouldn't say artist. I used a lot of stencils, and my friend used to do a lot of the art, and but didn't have the hand and knack for tattooing. So it was kind of like a tag team thing. I could do some. His art skills were a lot better than mine, and so I would do the tattooing. He would do the drawing, and I can go over the stencil. Once there's an outline there, I can do the rest of like just but that major shape of it and the gist of and the main parts. And so yeah, it was a great team duo thing. We kind of did it out of the basement type of deal. And so it was like word of mouth, no taxes, and no licensing. Sketchy as all get out. But never had any complaints. I've probably done a few hundred. I mean, not like, commercial grade tattoo numbers, but I used to do them. I've done, if I can reach them on me, they're done by me mostly. That's enough that I just say I have tattoos. I don't say how many because I don't know. I add on a little bit here. I cover up there. I put a new one over here, then add on to that one. But it's been a few years since I've done it. I do have a couple that I'm thinking about doing for myself in the near future, though. But I've looked into the terms of service stuff, and it is not a good idea to tattoo live on stream due to the fact that there's blood involved, and there's a whole black and white area and a whole gray area of anything involving blood and pain on a stream. You can stream someone getting a tattoo, but the actual tattoo being given, it's very frowned upon. I probably couldn't guess because I don't know. You'd think you'd guess a lot of tattoos for a lot of people. If you're saying I couldn't guess, it's probably something very obvious to your. I don't remember. I was going somewhere with something, and it's probably in your niche wheelhouse, and I should know what that is. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's actually very original. One of the main ones that I have is I can't rotate my arm that well, but I got spiders and flowers for a lot of mine, and eyeballs. I have a thing about eyeballs. I don't know why. Like my eyeball bat I did on Wilderness is actually based off a tattoo that I can't show you at this moment. Actually, I don't think I can show one of them on stream, but not the other one. But it's a bat with an eyeball in the middle, and then horns coming out of its head. He's basically the cartoon angel / demon superhero that protects kids from overdosing, and his superpower is basically Narcan. Because I came from an area that had lots of drugs. But that was old me, and I haven't been around that area in a very long time, and I don't plan on ever going back. Welcome back. I'm Boacars. Hi, back. I would say it's a running joke on this server, but it won't go away. So it's just sitting still. Hey, y'all got me with it the other night. My turn to return it. Hey, I had a rhythm going. I lost it. We almost there yet. I know we gotta go down from that to that, and even below that for parts of it. Oh, it's snooze time. Okay, that battery's dead. 1 second. Oh, that popped funny. Hey, Aardvarkadillo. Why do the islands always have the mountain in the middle? And the middle of the build on the island always wants to be, or the main build on the island wants to be in the middle, and then have a basement. So not only do you have to remove the mountain in the middle, you have to dig down below it even more. I need to find craters to build on. Okay, we need to chop that one, that one, that one. Those are big tree, taller ones. Hey, sheep. You do not have. You will not. You're not gonna have the high ground for much longer, sheep. Sorry, Mr. Pig. Turn too far. There we go. There we go. Which side we want to clean up first? That side. Let's go for the smaller side. Hey, Tort, welcome on in. We're relocating a hill. It was in my way, and I need to flatten it out everywhere else. We're getting there. I need to lower that down to about 65, and then I need to bring up the rest of the area up to 65 in some places, and then slope it nicely into the ocean. And believe it or not, this circular build is bigger than that one, but no lava. I know, or at least no lava yet. We can probably find somewhere to put lava. At least there won't need be much terraforming needed over here. Just a little bit of buildup of the shoreline. Hey. It feels nice when you get to a little edge spot and it's like, oh, we have to walk back to the next section of blocks to start digging. Let's knock that out. Let's go to bed first. Oh yeah, now back over here. Yeah, the other half. Yay. Short, do you have wave 2 gold cards? If not, you better get in gear. Hey, I already broke that one. Excuse me, sir. I'm not done with you yet. Thank you. Bling, 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 bling. um, I think we'll finish off this level, and then I think we'll find somewhere to go. It's still gonna be a little bit before I'm done with this layer. Don't worry. We're not going anywhere immediately. We're just preparing for it. My hand needs a break. And my food should be about ready. And it should last me, hopefully, all weekend. Because, noms, I don't want to cook anything. I want to live off leftovers. There I am. Or was. Hey, I think we almost got this layer there. Or not there anymore. Don't worry. I will be doing some of this off stream so that we can get there faster. Because I want to get to at least, building up shorelines, not just digging down the hill. We'll just call it a hill. It was a mini mountain. Yay! Let's lower that down so it's not all bright pinky. We're getting somewhere. So once we get done lowering the things down to about here, yeah, because the other side goes to here. We just need to level it to here. There we go. To here. Then, hey, Glow with the 100 biddies. Thank you so much. Once we get it all dug down to about here, then we can start building the rest of the island up to there. Fill in any holes we find in the middle. And then start building the rest of everything. And there's some parts that aren't even done, and there's a whole middle section underneath that's not even designed yet. There's watch out for the boxers. In each of those little lots there's or around there's going to be some upper level buildings. Then underneath it there's another black market. I don't know what else to call it. Yay, dinos on my face. I don't know. Sounded like the right thing to say at the time, but now I'm not so sure. But yeah, it's just a little, I don't know the right name of the building. I want to say Pantheon, but that's not it. So we'll get there eventually. Oh, missed these ones. So with that, I'm going to hide myself in the ground once again because that's the only way you're safe. And then we'll go over here and let's find someone to raid. Let's see, where's the little section thing of that live channels? There we go. That's not it. Let's show more of those ones. They change things on Twitch here and there. It's like, what am I doing? All right, we got one option, two option. Where do we go today? I know where we're going. The person that I tried to raid the last 2 times I streamed. We're going to It's Outlaw. I don't know if they're new. Thanks for coming in, AMZ. Thanks for the raids, everybody. And I got sidetracked. Okay. 1 second. Let me start things and then I'll ramble aimlessly before we raid out, that type of thing. But we're going over to It's Outlaw, and I think they're making a new comeback with streaming, but they're an awesome hardcore player, and their builds so far are great and ginormous. So I need to spell it correctly. I can't find it for some reason. Let's go back over here. It is Outlaw. There's an I right there. Ha, found him. So we're gonna go right over there and grab the raid message, add in all your emotes and all that fun stuff. I'm gonna grab it too because I, of course, remember it or something like that. So let's go over there, be loud and proud, all the emotes, and let's just have some fun over there. Great stream presence, a lot more entertaining than this guy, but don't make him your favorite over this guy, of course. So I will see y'all later and hopefully tomorrow if all goes well.